Hey folks, welcome back. Today we're playing Myth the Wind Age. Let's get started. Um, so when last we left off, the party had just gone down into Stoneharbor, which is the town on the southern edge of Hope Island. This is the obviously the Hope Island party that we did, 2 weeks ago. You guys had just gone down into the town to kind of scout the way for a group of refugees that are fleeing from the monastery, and the plan was to load them onto um, Captain Zindel's boat and also onto the mechanical ferry, I believe. Um, you guys encountered an advanced scouting party for the Hullbreakers army, and managed to defeat them without letting any of them get away. So they weren't able to get word out that you guys are here. So you guys have a little bit of leeway to kind of move around and decide what you want to do with yourselves. Um, Situation. So a lot of these buildings are, some of them are still in flames from the big firestorm, that hellish firestorm that Dram conjured earlier. There's this thick smoke that's in places there's thick smoke coming out, but mostly it's like the smell of it in the air is just everywhere. There's like this horrible scent of like burning pitch and all that kind of thing. And the it's aside from the sound of the flames and the sounds of the stormy ocean slapping against the harbor docks, it's eerily quiet here. And you get a little bit of that sea breeze mixing in with um, the sound, or with the smell of smoke coming in from the harbor, or coming in from the buildings. Um, so you guys are in an abandoned town. You've got a little bit of time to set up, but probably in short order. The Hullbreaker is going to send somebody else up to check and see what happened to the first party, or maybe he'll make a move right away. You're not sure, but something's going to happen. The civilians, I have them up here. You guys can all see the map, right?
Yep.
Okay. So the civilians are up. I have them. They're kind of. They followed the road um, down from the monastery, and there's, I've got a couple representative tokens here, but there's like a couple hundred of them, right? They're stretched out along the road for a few, I don't know, like a mile, I guess. And some of them are faster and more mobile than others. They're all helping each other. Some of them have packs. Mm, Um, Most of them got a chance to eat at the monastery. There wasn't really enough like fresh water to go around, but people, they distributed what little they had. And the refugee train is making its way down into the town with the intention of getting on the boats. So you guys have to buy them time, either somehow turn back the armies of the Hullbreaker, or buy them enough time to get on the boats and get away. What do you guys do?
Now, question I have, because I don't see it on the map, where are these ships?
Yeah, that's a good question. I was going to get tokens for the ships, and then I totally forgot about it. So one of the ships is, I'm gonna say one of the ships, Captain Zindel's ship, is over here. Let me get some kind of I'll get some kind of ship token in a second, and then the other one, this building here, is actually the ferry terminal. It used to be an old fort or something like that back in the Age of Reason, 1,000 years ago. But it hasn't really been kept up, and some of the stonework is crumbling and stuff like that. And it's not in the greatest shape, but they've been using it as a ferry terminal. So there's a little ferry house inside there, and the unique structure of it is good for the mechanical ferry, because the mechanical ferry has that flexible bridge that can attach to different places. And this is kind of an unusual landing place. And what you
I
me
believe
what,
our
go ahead, sir.
plan was to get them to the mechanical
Uh,
ferry, which
yes. It looks like somebody drew. What do you guys drew the boats? Thanks. Farming guide.
I
Um,
I just quickly drew a triangle, a rectangle, so I knew which one.
okay. Yeah. So the mechanical ferry's over here. If you guys want to get the refugees over there, so they can start heading that way. I'll have them move down the road a little bit.
At the far right-hand docks, right?
Yeah, that's the far right. Yep.
The
Oh, we're
reason
so
I
far
think
away.
we chose them was because that ship could dock about anywhere on the shore, didn't have to something
Correct.
about it being
Yeah.
able to.
Yeah, so that's true. So the ferry can dock anywhere. It doesn't have to be in town here. But currently it is docked in town, so you have to, at a minimum, go out there to where it's docked now and retrieve it and move it somewhere else if you want to ferry people with it.
Oh, I meant more as where it can land versus the other ship.
Oh yeah, it's pretty flexible. You know, it's got like a plus or minus 30 feet elevation to its ramp that it can extend. And it's pretty long. It's got this whole big retracting contraption that they can like roll out basically, that can create a ramp for people to walk up or down.
I think that was the reason why we wanted to do it. That way they could just get to
Yeah.
close to shore, any elevation, and go. All right, clear a path, I guess. I mean, I suggest main path.
Clear and
quickest.
secure.
You guys have a couple of minutes to kind of make preparations, or any particular preparations you want to make before stuff starts to happen.
If I hadn't before we leave, I go gather basically what my character starts with is, and anything else he can help people move with. But he's still like a young guy. He's not strong.
Okay. What are you looking for in particular?
Oh, I'm just carrying like some they're like basically they're linen blankets and stuff that can be useful either as a bag temporarily or covering something, that kind of thing.
Okay, so you got a bundle of linen blankets. You can easily, you probably actually could have taken them down from the monastery with you if you like.
Yeah, that's what I'd like.
Okay. So you're geared. What about everybody else?
I think pretty much we were headed there anyway previously, so I got most stuff. We just had that battle.
Okay, since V's not here, I'm gonna say Casper's out scouting, so he'll give you guys a heads up when stuff is coming, and the druid Vronza is gonna travel with your group, at least until the Earth Runestones are safe. And sorry, brother Ebenezer, what are you doing?
He's really just waiting for the rest of the group to decide, but he would suggest we hurry and follow the main path if we can't decide which way to go.
Okay.
And let the others sneak around. We'll be a distraction.
What about Dram? Dram, are you setting up anything in particular here, or Eska?
Yeah, I think I want to do one of my although I need help rolling for a minute. I want to do one of my fire fire rituals where I can like tell the future, discern reality.
Oh yeah, okay,
basically using
absolutely.
fire.
That is trying to remember what that move is called. Looking at your sheet here. What's that?
Fire something. I can't remember.
Discern realities?
Yeah. I have like a discern reality type move that involves fire. When I like make a fire, I can like look into it and
Lure of
use the
flame, that's what
fire
it
to
is.
tell the.
Here we go. Okay, you got an
Yeah.
11. When you stare into a source of fire looking for answers, and what are you looking for answers about specifically?
Oh, the future.
Okay. And where are you lighting this fire?
On the ground?
Okay. You just make a little fire pit on the ground.
No, you know what? No. I take that back.
Okay.
I'm gonna run around in a circle, collecting plasma or fire. I'm gonna make it into a ball.
Okay.
I'm gonna like kind of spin it around in my hands until it kind of maintains its own kind of inertia and spins a little bit.
Cool. So you got like a ball of flame you're like carrying around with you.
Yeah,
Awesome.
for the moment, before it dissipates, I use it as a palantir of sorts.
Okay. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so you use it to look out, and I'm gonna say the vision is not super effective going under the water because it's fire, and water opposes fire kind of. But you can kind of look out. What's that?
Well, that's fair.
But you do get some information though. So you can kind of send your sight out over the waves and see from above how the Hullbreaker's forces are arrayed. And so you see that you can't see him, but you see that he's got rank upon rank of those what are they called, the zombie snakefish things that are out there arrayed along the beach, and they're kind of like there's like I'm going to say like a maybe 50 meters out. There's kind of like a sandbar type of area. And a bunch of them are kind of arrayed in a big formation around there. And there's a couple of squads that are closer to shore here. Let me put some on the board for you. Um, um,
Let's say also my eyes glow. I'm also sitting cross-legged, but like floating. My hair is like dancing.
okay, yeah. So you see right
my,
now,
my third eye's open.
awesome. Okay, so right now you can see there's like 3 squads that are kind of arrayed along the harbor here as sort of like the vanguard of the Hullbreakers force. So obviously, your question was what does the future hold? And so in the future, after a certain period of time, the Hullbreaker is not hearing anything back from the sentries. So he's going to start moving his forces in because he'll take that as a signal that something is going on in the town that he's going to want to, there's somebody living there. He's going to want to do something about it. So the vanguard of his force, you see the order go out after a few minutes, and they start to like slither closer to the beach through the surf. So that's what's going to happen. These guys are about to come up above the water's surface. What do you guys do?
Sharing the information.
Do we need to confront one of those or avoid them? Those groups.
That's entirely up to you guys. So they're obviously going to try to find you and kill you, or the refugees, whichever they can get their hands on more quickly. If you guys avoid them, they'll probably go after the refugees unless you do something to divert them or intercept them.
Tal looks at the what was the name? Ebenezer, or what was his name?
Yeah.
Ebenezer, and says, "We need to help them."
No, and we're gonna have to draw the others away, and so that they can get to the ferry, or take out the ones to the ferry and use the other one to distract.
Okay. Let's focus one thing at a time.
We need
Distract.
to get them to the
Easy,
ferry.
right?
Distract them so that they can get to the ferry. So if we can bring
Right.
them
Yep.
over, and I'm going to use the map, but bring them over to here or this side of town or something, even if it's just loud noises and run, something to get them over there.
How about fireball artillery?
That would not hurt either, but
Looks like.
Oh, I
draw
mean,
them
as
to
cover.
us. Yeah, draw them to us, and then we can attack them and thin them out over here on this side. Maybe make a break for it. Hopefully give the ferry enough time to get through.
We need to distract these people first, though. So we
Oh,
can
yeah,
distract those 2 closest ones by going here, right?
Yep, something like that. Pull
All
them
right,
far
that's the
enough.
plan.
Okay, so the party's going to move down to this little junction here.
Anywhere in
Sounds
that
good to me.
general area. What are the buildings? Or is there anything we could scavenge from them? Such as alcohol, oil, pitch.
Yeah, so there are supplies of those things. Give me a call it defy danger wisdom, I guess, to turn up that stuff.
Which one? Defy danger, you said?
Yeah.
Wisdom.
Okay. So you find the pitch. The issue that you have with it is that the barrels of it, like there's kind of like this is a boathouse, right? So there's there's like a little bit of alcohol in the boathouse, but nothing that's going to really impact an army. You got like a couple, you can make like 3 or 4 Molotov cocktails if you spend a couple minutes at it. But the real prize here is the barrels of pitch that are in the boathouse that are used for both working on the boats and also for working on the roofs of the homes in town here. But they're very heavy and hard to move. It takes at least 2 people to move one of them.
Okay. If we start putting that out on the water or on the shore, we could have something to at least make them burn.
Okay, so Ebenezer, I'm going to move you down to the boathouse. Is anybody who wants to help Ebenezer with
Help.
the? Okay, so Tally, you're down there as well. And then Eska, did you have any preparation you wanted to make?
I don't. I think Asuka is very distracted by the fact that he has to fight his people again. So he would want to help with the pitch, but he would be like more inclined to like dip arrows in it and send flaming
Okay,
arrows at them as a warning.
yeah, you can absolutely do that. So, how many ammo do you have right now?
I don't.
Okay, so
No, I only have a rapier and my songbook.
okay, so you can give me a
Yeah, but-
Defy Danger too if you want to rifle through some nearby buildings and try to come up with some arrows.
Okay. Also wisdom.
Yes. And then Lima's going to help with the barrels, and I'm assuming the other 2 of you guys are tagging along here because the whole party is just kind of going this one direction.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. So I'm going to say you find like in one of the houses somebody has a quiver of arrows. So you're only able to turn up 3 ammo.
Yeah.
So you can, how many of the 3 ammo, how many of them do you want to dip in pitch?
All of them.
Okay. So mark 3 ammo, arrows covered with pitch in your inventory. All right. And then what are you guys doing with the barrels? Let me give you some like barrel tokens. Give me 1 second. That is
I would
not a
s-
barrel.
My suggestion would be tip them out outside, break the top, and just like pour them out in a nice line around the shore or just outside the shore, and they get up to them, flame them.
Okay, if you guys are going to empty out the barrels, just use the drawing tools and do to where you want the pitch to be.
I'm asking if that's a suggestion for parties. Yay, nay. Jump in.
Are we gonna attack?
Are you asking us where for permission to do it?
I'm asking if that would be. Yeah, I'm figuring he's talking in his plan as he's doing this, so we can all kind of.
Yeah, I think
Give
that that's a
some-
good idea to like make a line to force them into where we want them to go.
Okay, so you guys.
Sal's gonna draw their attention to him, either like on the dock or something like that. So they will focus on the dock, and then he'll draw them back. That's his plan.
Okay.
Okay, I was gonna think of like pouring the pitch over here on the shore, maybe here, and possibly if we tried, like you said, if you can get out on the dock and pull the other side over here. Oh, drawing tool.
Okay, so Phaleem's going to help you
Side.
pour the first barrel. Somebody want to pour another barrel? Who's pouring the second barrel?
Are we
I'm doing the third
sending
barrel.
the refugees through the walled section so they don't come anywhere near the beach? Maybe we want to draw a pitch line like along here to force them away from the city, and this ramp that is going to lead directly to them on the dock.
Uh,
That's
okay.
why I was trying to pull them over the other side of the whole dock, like over to here. Try to, like you said, come out here on the dock, wherever he was gonna go, and draw him towards the rest of the group over here.
Right.
Okay, so
And then possibly, and then, like you said, lay out a over there on that side of that too, to force them not to go into town. I would definitely, if they can go around, I would suggest them going around, but I don't know if we got any guards with them in case there was somebody else over there.
I think the Legion is with them.
Okay, so
Or
they
no,
would have some
that's
protection.
fuck me. That's the other.
yeah,
Oh, that's the other.
yeah. There's no legionnaires here except for Fadlim.
Okay.
They do have Ichabod is still there defending them also.
Think
But when
about
he
the
had
guy
his
who hides
vision,
under table.
yeah, he didn't have any in his vision. He didn't see anything over there. Apparently, hopefully.
No, so yeah, let me go back to the world map for a second, just so I can give you an overall sense of where the forces are arrayed. Let me know when you guys can see that.
Okay, I can see it.
Okay, so his main force is here at Stoneharbor, because he's expecting the civilians to come there to get the votes. And he's got other smaller kind of satellite forces that are scattered along the southern coast of the island. And you can fly the fiery orb vision around the island and kind of get an overview of how his forces are surveyed. So there's little kind of like sort of large scouting parties is what I'll call them, or like skirmishing parties that are along the southern coast here and in the that sort of rugged area on the east side of the island. And then he's got most of his forces arrayed around Stoneharbor. Did that answer your question? All right, so I'm flipping back to the Stoneharbor map. Okay, so you get the 2 barrels poured out. I guess Veronza is going to help Eska with the second barrel. And give me some kind of roll, I guess, defy danger strength to figure out how quickly you guys can accomplish that.
Any sort of advantage or whatever it's help.
So you can aid somebody. So one person for each group would be rolling defy danger strength, and then the other person would be aiding. So aiding person, if they succeed, will give you +1. I'm going to say
I don't know who was assisting there, but
okay,
I have a +1.
Okay. Eska, I think Veranza could just kind of move the barrel because she could shapeshift into something large and strong, and she's gonna like
Yeah.
roll it along, and you just kind of have to guide it. So I'm gonna let you succeed on that, but mainly the other group. I'm worried about whether you can do this quickly. And so we have Tal rolling an 8. So Tal, are you working in the barrels, or are you going to be out on the dock?
Hey, Tal's on the dock.
Okay. All right. So you're
He goes down to wherever till they start responding to him.
okay. So
I
who's
think
the
it's
person pushing the barrel over here? Is it Dram or is it Ebenezer?
Ebenezer.
Okay, so then, so give me a strength, defy danger, the strength.
High danger, you said? All right.
Yep.
That was with a +1 and an assist.
Ooh, okay. And then,
So,
Dram, are you helping with the barrel over here?
Sure.
Okay, and so Fadliam's going to give +1, so because he's helping you push this thing, and then Dram, you can also roll aid. So if you have a bond with Brother Ebenezer, you can roll with +1. Otherwise, just roll 2d6 flat.
I'll roll 2d6 flat.
Okay. So you guys are
Is that enough to
struggling.
aid?
Unfortunately,
that's
no. So I'm gonna say you guys are struggling with the second barrel. It takes a little bit to move, and you're kind of working at cross purposes at first. Like Favely wants to move it one orientation, Brother Ebenezer wants to move it a different orientation, and you get that sorted out, and you start to pour the pitch out. But even as you're pouring it out, Casper comes flying back. Where did I put his token? Here he is. Casper comes flying back. And he says, "It looks like they're coming ashore. You got a couple seconds left. Get ready." And these guys start these kind of spine. You see first like dark shapes in the water, and as the waves lap against the beach, kind of violently because it's stormy weather. The when the waves pull back, it sort of like reveals them. They sort of just like appear out of the water. They go from being these inky shapes in the surf to being these kind of dripping spined creatures that slowly rise up out of the muck. And they start to, I won't say exactly charge, because they start to kind of get a little bit more energy in their movement as they slither out of the surf and go to attack. And this first group, Hal, seems to have just gone past you. They haven't noticed you out there in the dock yet. Are you going to do something to try to get their attention?
Someone's shooting at us. Look, it's that tower. The closest one.
That's you.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a volley, I guess.
Okay, yeah, give me a volley.
Oh, first I enter combat, so I gotta do. I think it's Monster Hunter. Gives me yeah. Did it tell me what I rolled? Oh, I'm sorry. I just gotta do that. I think that is.
I think readiness. Do you have readiness? What does it take to gain readiness?
Oh, always prepared. That's what it is. I was supposed to hit this first. Okay, so I
Combat
have
begins.
two.
Roll int. Okay, you have 2 readiness. Cool.
All right, and now I will use one to know their thoughts.
Know their thoughts. Okay.
Are they reacting properly to me, gathering their attention, or do I need to kind of lead them somehow more?
So they're not their thoughts. So the only one that really has thoughts is the sorcerer. You see the sorcerer kind of lingering back behind the others. He's the intelligent one, and the others are kind of just drones. Um, so these things kind of are going into their like hungry fight mode. They're coming up onto the beach expecting to see people here like lined up on the beach ready to get in one of the ships. And they're not expecting to necessarily go directly after the dock first because they want to get into the civilians and start inflicting casualties. That's their goal here. And so you see the sorcerer, with his glowing staff as he rises up out of the waves. He's looking out across the town, looking for the refugees. And he doesn't see you right away, Tal. And then you're gonna volley. Is that correct?
Yes, this will help get their attention.
Okay, so give me a volley roll. Okay.
Oh, well,
So you
that somehow gets attention somehow.
Yeah, so you volley. The good news is you succeeded in getting their attention. The sorcerer turns and he sees you, and he raises his staff and starts this kind of hissing, growling, guttural incantation. And the way that he speaks an incantation, it's like he doesn't have vocal cords, so there's kind of just this weird dry hiss that's almost inaudible over the waves, but you can see his jaw moving as he goes through the motions of activating the staff, and the staff indeed activates, and lightning starts to glow from the tip of it. What do you do?
Actually, I dive into the water.
Okay, go for it. Defy danger dex.
All right. At least I.
Okay. You jump in the water. What kind of weapon are you holding?
I have. Let's see. Leather have blankets. I think I have some kind of.
What were you actually volleying with? Was it the knives?
Yeah, the knives.
Okay. I don't think it makes sense for you to drop that when you're jumping in the water. I'm gonna say instead. So you successfully jump in the water. What's that?
No more blankets.
I'm not going to worry about the blankets. I'm more interested in. So lightning lashes out. So the rest of you guys that are up above the water, Tal, you like the whole surface of the ocean above you seems to light up as you dive down into the water, and you can feel like all the hairs on your skin go up as the electricity, as the charge like dissipates into the ocean, just where you were standing a second before, as the lightning kind of blooms on the surface of the water. It I'm going to say you take 1 point of damage, ignoring armor, as you get peripherally hit by the charge. And the rest of you folks, there's this clap of thunder that comes a second after the bright flash of the magic, and it strikes this wooden pier, and the pier cracks and crumbles, and part of it kind of is getting battered by the waves and like disintegrates into the water. So I'm going to remove part of the pier here. Let's see. Just going to kind of freehand so this spot on the pier is like damaged basically. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
How do I actually put armor on? Like it's got a 0 there, and I've tried to do it with like my leather armor and changing the value to 1, but it doesn't do anything.
You have to equip it.
But how do
You
I
actually
equip
have
it?
to go to your sub section.
Here, you guys can see my screen here. Oh, my sub screen? Where?
Yeah, go to next to the main tab. There's a sub, SUB. For your coins, chainmail. You have to open up your equipment and then say equip.
This is the first time I've seen this in the 12th, 15th, 30th episode.
Oh my goodness. Where did you write your gear before that? Did you just write it down on a piece of paper or something?
On the right side under these stupid, horrible things where it's got like modifiers and stuff on it, and I've tried to write it in there, but
okay.
It was horrible. So, all right, thanks.
And you can drag and drop from the compendium right into it.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
All right, I'm going to explore this for a second. All right, but I took my damage.
Okay, so you took the 1 point of damage. You jumped off into the water. Brother Ebenezer and Fadleem, you get the last of the oil poured out, and it's there ready to ignite. Casper starts shooting arrows at these guys as they come in. He looses an arrow at the sorcerer, but the sorcerer sort of quickly ducks back beneath the waves until only his head is exposed so he can still see what's going on. The arrow sails past him. What's that?
Where or which one is the sorcerer?
The one with the blue dot here.
Okay, just confirming. Okay. Brother Ebenezer is going to get his shield and everything, and he's going to fall back to try to get some cover behind this building. He's going to wait until they're in the pitch area or much closer before having the Molotov cocktail things they made earlier, hopefully.
Okay.
Toss at it.
All right. Fadleem is going to pull back, and he's going to take a position on the other side of this little... I don't know what this little structure would be. I want to say it's like a harbor master's hut or something. So he takes a little position on the other side of this hut. And then you got your shield out, and then you're doing what? I'm sorry.
In my other hand, right now, we made those Molotov cocktails of some alcohol earlier.
Okay.
We found. I'm going to attempt at some point to light it and chuck it into the pitch.
Okay. So the
creatures are much closer or in it.
So they've seen you. They're moving. This is they're kind of just crowding towards you. The sorcerer is hanging back a little bit, kind of staying low, trying to stay in cover because one of you guys was using ranged attacks. The first of them step into the pitch area. So 3 of them are coming into this area. It looks like some of them are going to get around. This one you might be able to get if you get a good roll. What do you guys do?
I will throw it, or what? Tell me what I need to throw.
So that'd be a volley. Okay, deal your damage and then choose one. So you can roll your class damage for how much the initial damage from the Molotov cocktail is.
My class damage. Okay.
Yep.
6.
Okay, 2. And then so you hit, so it'll definitely light. It might take a second, but it's landed in the pitch. And then you got to choose one of those 3 options. What option do you want to choose?
I had to step forward and expose myself.
Okay. So you step forward, you expose yourself, and you throw the Molotov cocktail out there. So it's burning on the ground now. And these guys are moving over the pitch, it looks like it's going to light up any second. This guy is covered in pitch, and just as the pitch ignites, he comes at you, and he's got enough of it on him because they slither across the ground like snakes. So he's got enough of it on the lower half of his body that he's like lit up and burning as the pitch lights up. And so he's coming at you as he's in flames and trying to stab you with this trident. What do you do?
Avoid getting stabbed.
Okay, that sounds like a Defy Danger Dex.
Mhm.
Okay, you stumble, hesitate, or flinch. GM will offer you a worse outcome, hard bargain, or ugly choice. I'm gonna say so. You what's that?
Never mind. Make jokes.
I'm gonna say you can either drop something or take a debility and as you scramble to avoid the trident. Which is it gonna be?
Debility. What would choices on that be?
A debility gives you a -1 to all rolls for a particular attribute until you have a chance to rest and recover.
That makes more sense than anything else.
Okay, so you kind of I'm imagining you kind of scramble back so quickly that you twist your ankle. So I'm gonna give you
exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give you a strength ability. So you take -1 ongoing to your strength. So just keep that in mind when you're making a strength roll. You twist, but you get out of his reach, and then Fadelium comes running around. Hold on 1 sec. I gotta ban a spammer on my Twitch stream here.
What are they spamming?
With the ankle injury, I might have suggested dexterity otherwise.
They're just one of those guys, one of those people that's trying to get me to contact them on Discord so they can have a private conversation to sell me whatever. Yeah.
Private conversation.
Yeah. Could be one of those, or it could be like, hey, you can, if you send me money, maybe I'll make art for your stream or something like that. That's a pretty common one too.
Huh. Hey, come here. Hey, come here. Let me tell you something. You want art for your stream? Get out of here.
That activates. I have a till it messed up so badly. It'd actually have a build-up thing.
So,
my readiness goes up basically.
Okay, so you took a shot and missed. Is that correct?
That was the previous one.
Oh, okay.
I mean, where
got it. Okay.
I just learned from my mistakes, so that it's kind of like it's like you get a crit, you get an inspiration. In other words, if I fail, I get an inspiration.
That makes sense. And in this case, I think that probably makes sense. You kind of got an advantage now. They don't know exactly where you're at, and the sorcerer's kind of lost track of you, so you could maybe use that to sneak up on them or whatever, depending on your move set.
Yep.
So you got these. Let me mark the guys that are on fire here. So these 2 guys get burnt pretty good by the pitch, and their flesh starts boiling and sloughing off, and it stinks and it's horrible. And because they're sort of these ragged, half falling apart creatures already. They go up in a blaze, and they both just start to fall to pieces. And they're kind of lurching forward out of the flames as they disintegrate. But they're probably not going to make it to you before they die. This one's coming at you, and then Fadelium steps up and he intercepts this other burning one here, and he smashes it with his shield, and then comes around with his longsword, and stabs at it and like lops off one of its arms, and it drops off its arm, or sorry, its arm drops. It drops the trident and reaches for him with his claws. Dram, what do you do?
Fireball.
Yeah, go for it. So, what are you aiming at specifically, or who are you aiming at?
The claw.
Okay.
I don't. Maybe like a laser,
Okay, sounds
not
good.
like a big flame that's gonna hurt my
Okay.
friend. I can help it.
All right, I'll give you +1 to damage because you got this ball of flame already in your hand if you want to use
All
that.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, deal your class damage. Okay, you deal 6 damage. And that is
Yeah.
enough to destroy this guy because he's already on fire. So there's now
There you have Palantirs.
there's a burning, shattered skeleton on the ground in front of Fade Liam. And he's like, get some.
Brother
Get
Ebenezer has something when it's his turn.
Yeah, I'll get back to you in a second. Let me get to Eska because Eska hasn't gotten a chance to do anything yet. Tal, as you're down under the water here, you're kind of looking around in the minute that you're underwater before you come up for air, and you see that there's more of these guys slithering along in between the ferry terminal and the boathouse, and they're headed up to the shore this way. And then let me mark which one is the sorcerer, I guess. It'll be this guy. So you see them, and then Eska, from your position up here, you can see that there's this group of guys that are headed for the beach up here. What do you do? Leon, you're up.
Leon. Leon. Maybe you have to say it in French. Leon. Leon.
Shit, my microphone was off. I'm so sorry.
No problem.
I could not understand why you were doing that, and I'm like, but I'm talking. I'm gonna move up here to be in just absolute plain sight and hope
Okay.
that it, like the sorcerer like recognizes one of their own, but I'm prepared to fight if they attack. Because I
Okay.
realize that they are dead and they are not right in the head, but I'm hoping that seeing one of their own will kind of stop or turn them.
Okay, that's interesting. I guess give me a Defy Danger charisma for that. I'm going to give you a -1 because they're under the Hullbreaker's direct influence here. Okay, your visage is enough to give them pause. So they're unaccustomed to seeing one of their own amongst the living, and so it's the sorcerer who hesitates and raises a spear, and he directs these two groups of guys to part on either side of them. So they come ashore, and they stop, and the sorcerer confronts you, Eska, and says, "Our business is with the humans." And he uses a little bit of magic to like amplify his voice so you can actually hear what he's saying. And he says, "Leave this place and you will not be harmed." What do you do?
I move closer so he can hear me.
Okay.
And I shout back, "Well, I'm with the humans at the moment. They don't deserve this. I won't be leaving."
Um, if you do not leave, then we must attack. That is our command.
So be it.
Behind them.
Okay, Tal, you slip behind them. What are you doing?
I'm preparing and waiting till they hit the beach because they'll be uncomfortable there and not be able to maneuver through the surf.
Okay. Yeah, so they start to slither up through the surf, and the sorcerer holds back a little bit as they come and advance on you, Eska, because you're kind of like the one person that's there, and they're all just kind of closing on him. Tal, what are you doing?
I'm gonna roll this. I can't remember what this does.
+1 to spout lore about dangerous creatures.
All right, what's stuff spout lore?
You can also
This is
ask
something
the GM, what is the most effective way to kill this?
All right, I like that one.
Okay, so what is the most effective way to kill this? So you can probably, aside from fire, which you saw work pretty
Oh
well,
yeah, wait.
probably. What's up?
I forgot. This is from last session. I will disarm it so that that trident or whatever it is they use to the sorcerers use some kind of implement, right?
Yeah.
All right, that's what I'm going to attempt to do with my hedge magic, like I did before.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for that.
All right, hedge magic. Let's do it. Let's try to disarm. Okay.
Okay.
Something will happen. What happens now?
So
I'm doing the force move or throw us with the thing.
Okay. Move or throw a small object with an unseen power. I'm gonna say you got a 7 though. I'm gonna say so. You throw the staff. You don't manage to catch it. It gets lost in the waves. However, these guys continue advancing on Eska without the sorcerer's direct command. Now that he's got them in their sights. Eska, what are you doing?
I will attack because it's the only way to defend myself.
Go for it.
So I have my rapier, and I will attack probably this guy first.
Go for it. Okay. Deal your damage to the enemy and avoid their attack. So deal your damage.
Max damage.
Okay, so you smash one of them. They don't have a lot of armor. They do have a little bit of like plating, but it's pretty minimal. You smash his rib cage, and one of his arms comes off, and he drops his trident and goes for his claws, and you duck back out of reach of his claws. And you also are avoiding their attack with hack and slash. You're starting to get surrounded quickly, though. What are you doing to avoid getting caught?
I'll probably back up a little bit after I'm done swinging.
Okay. So you're a little bit faster than them, but not by much. But they're kind of just mindlessly chasing after you. Okay, let's switch back to the other side. Brother Ebenezer, you said you had something you wanted to do. What do you want to do?
I'm going to attempt to turn undead.
Okay. You hold your holy symbol aloft. What is your holy symbol again?
Holy symbol is since it's I can't remember, goddess of light or something. I had
Yeah.
a lantern.
That's right. Yeah, you had the lantern. Okay, so you hold the lantern aloft, and its light shines out brightly across the beach. And as long as you continue to pray and brandish your holy symbol, no undead may come within reach of you. You also momentarily daze intelligent undead and cause mindless undead to flee. Okay, that's good. Okay, so you got the full effect of it this time. So the sorcerer is stopped in his tracks, and he like lifts the trident in front of him to kind of shield himself from your magic. And these two guys flee from you, go back through the burning pitch, and collapse into burning piles of putrid flesh and bone. And these guys are fleeing from you across the beach, slithering away as quickly as they can. And one of them drops its trident on the ground here as well. So you've temporarily sort of driven back the first wave. And Faedleem is like, ah! And he yells out a battle cry, and he's charging towards the stunned sorcerer. Dram, what are you doing?
I will. I'm just for sake of. I will also be stepping forward and keeping him in sight with the holy symbol and the rest, so they don't. They
Sounds
can
good.
maintain sight of me as they're running away.
Okay.
So,
All right, Dram, what do you do?
and hopefully,
Can I snipe the sorcerer?
Go for it.
Shoo!
Okay, you've been playing. The effect is short-lived, lasting only a moment. So go ahead and deal your damage.
I just want to hit. I just want to like momentarily just hit him in the forehead or something. Just,
Okay.
just like a smack in the forehead. It doesn't have to be strong smack. But
Okay, so he kind of blocks it with his staff, but some of the flame kind of wraps around the staff and scorches his face. So you deal a little bit of damage. Faedleem it distracts him long enough that Faedleem comes running into the surf, and you see him like cursing as his boots get stuck in the muddy, sandy ground, as he's like going into the surf, and he's like charges and kind of like almost falls over on top of this thing and like smashes into it with his shield. And he just like bears it down into the water, and you see him like splashing around and cursing and thrashing as he like starts to pummel it. Brother Ebenezer, what are you doing? So you two guys, I'll say Dram and Brother and Ebenezer, the two of you guys have some opportunity to do something if you want to. You've bought yourselves a little bit of time and space. And Casper is going to take a pot shot at one of these guys, and let's say I'm going to say he manages to destroy one of them. You guys unmute.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
I wasn't, but well, no, I was, but I also I don't know what to do.
Okay.
That's
Brother
Bigger
Ebenezer is
problem.
going to continue to move forward, hopefully to continue to drive him away. He's hoping to maintain the stunned effect on the sorcerer over here.
Okay.
Yeah, let me back him up. I'm gonna back up Brother Ebenezer then.
Let's see.
And
So you know,
I can't attack. So.
yeah. So with your clerical,
Yeah, it's okay. I can.
so you can attack. You might not be terribly good at it if your attributes aren't high. So anybody can pick up a club and smash somebody with it. You don't have,
No,
have
no,
any
but he
particular
has like a
proficiency.
vow of there's a vow of non-violence. Is I think what he's saying.
No. I'm holding the holy symbol. I can only be as an action. I can either be turning, continuing to turn, or
Got it,
I have
okay.
to attack. I have to one or the other. So right now he's trying to maintain it so that the sorcerer can maintain stunned.
Okay. And then
Everybody
Dram.
runs
No, no.
away.
Okay, so Dram, you're coming forward.
I'll be his bodyguard.
Okay.
Yeah. Or go ahead and attack the others. But he's trying to maintain them from attacking anyone
Yeah, man.
over here.
I attack the others.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack another one. Shaboy, holler at Shaboy. 9.
You've been flamed to your will, so you can deal damage to these guys. Ooh, that's good damage. Okay, so you
This fool.
hit these two guys with a pretty good blast, and they are substantially damaged. I'm trying to think like what exactly the damage would entail. They're in the process of fleeing, so you're probably damaging like the lower half of their bodies and their backs.
Like grill them.
Yeah, and you see they both have like the inner, their spine is kind of like brittle. And Tal, you know that one of the easy ways to destroy these things is to sever their head from their body. Crushing the skull, not so much, but if you can sever the vertebrae that's connect the neck to the torso, then the whole thing will kind of fall apart. So you've made enough of an opening that another good hit to either of these things, especially on the head, will be enough to finish them off. Okay, back to the other group. Eska, so you see Varanza shapeshifts and she roars and she comes charging across this line here. And she's gonna breathe fire on the group that's down here. So she basically sets these three guys in a blast of flame and deals damage to all of them. What are you doing?
Moving away from her fire and continuing to attack this guy that I started.
Okay, go for it. Okay. Ooh.
I missed.
Okay. So this guy gets you with his trident. Let's do some damage. And these two guys are quick to close as well. So they're going to add to his damage. Okay, you take 8 damage minus your armor. And as one of them gets you with a trident, and where does it hit you?
Which one hits me?
This guy on the left here. Or sorry, actually, it's the one in the middle. He's the one that got there first.
In the middle.
Yeah.
He would probably like get me in the gut.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. So you're gut shot by this trident. And you're well. How many hit points do you have?
I have 14 out of 22.
Okay, so you're not in a great way. It hurts a lot. You scream probably or make some kind of sound. What kind of sound do you make?
I want to say like a hissing roar. Like it's not a roar, but like it's loud like a roar, but it's more like a scree or a hiss.
Okay, yeah. So you make a hiss scree sound, And as you're reeling back away from this attack and desperately trying to keep the other two from flanking you, you see this guy emerges from the waves and his staff lights up and he levels it at Varanza as she's flying through the air. Eska, what do you do?
Wasn't he disarmed? Wasn't he disarmed earlier?
Oh, you're right. Sorry, I apologize. Yeah, so his staff's lost in the water somewhere. So he goes and like he's obviously thinking about shooting lightning at Varanza, but he can't. So he turns around and I guess he confronts Tal. Or actually, I'm trying to decide if he would. He casts about him, looking to figure out what happened to his staff. And Tal, which does he see first? Does he see you first, or does he see the staff first?
He's going to see the staff first because it just happened to stick straight up,
Okay.
and then he'll go for it, and then that's when I'll try to strike.
Okay, go for it. Give me. Sounds like a hack and slash.
Well, just a second here.
Okay, deal your damage to the enemy, and the enemy makes an attack against you. So what are you hitting him with, first of all?
Oh, I drew one of the soldiers that was originally at the thing had a rapier.
Okay.
And when he went out, basically, so I'm going to roll my damage.
Okay, roll your damage. Okay, you get it good with the rapier. I think this. Did you damage this guy before? I don't remember. I think you
No.
did. No. Okay. So you get him like right in the neck with a rapier, and he like recoils away from that blow, and you can tell you very nearly hit his weak point, and there's kind of like a I'm gonna say he's like paralyzed on one side of his body, and he kind of like flops over sideways from the force of the blow. He lashes out at you though with his the barb on his tail, trying to catch up your feet. What do you do?
I think I use basically I think it's equivalent. I think I can use one of my let's see, Monster Hunter, is that it? Predict their movements, reroll, defy danger, and take the higher roll. I'm going to dodge out its way because I predict them.
Okay.
So I'll roll twice.
All right.
And you said Dex, right?
Yeah.
All right. Here's the first one. Oh, I think I'm just rolling Dex. So 1, 2. All right. Well, obviously I'm going to take the 9.
Okay. Yeah. So you dodge back out of the way. He manages to get to the staff and picks it up and lights it up again with an incantation. And he puts a little distance between you and him. You've got a couple seconds if you want. You could rush him and try to get him before he gets off a bolt.
Yeah, I'm rushing.
Okay, go for it.
I think that's just hack and slash again.
Yep.
Oh, good. Let's see here. Well, I think I got a +1 for my knowledge of what kills them. A forward kind of thing. You
Okay.
take a forward. What's the opponent's next? So
The forward means it only applies to the very next roll, so it would have been applied to your previous roll actually.
Which was
which was a 7 that bumps it up to an 8, which doesn't affect the outcome.
All right. I still have a piece from Monster Hunter, so I'll use my last one to give myself a +4 on this section.
Okay.
So that turns into a 10. So I think I get there before he strikes at me.
Okay, yeah, so deal your damage.
Shit.
Oh. Okay, so you get there before he strikes at you.
I mean, you're a kid rushing through sea water, you know?
Yeah, you're kind of like, you get in an awkward thing where you're like, I'm charging through the water, and you're kind of like moving in slow motion because you're having to like pick up your legs in order to move. And you get to him.
Blankets. All those blankets.
All the blankets.
Yeah, you got like blankets coming off and like piling into the waves now as you come and charge him, and you're like, aha! And you stab him, and he catches the rapier with his gauntleted hand, and he lashes out at you with his claw on his other claw, and he's still got a hold of your rapier. What do you do?
I guess I use a strength check, even though I'm terrible at it.
Okay, go
to try
for it.
like twist in his grip. So yeah,
Okay, not bad. Okay, so you twisted his grip, and what are you trying to accomplish with the twist exactly?
He's forced to defend.
Okay. So you twisted his grip. I'm gonna say that actually the rapier snaps because rapiers are pretty like thin and they're not meant for this kind of use. And you're startled by it, and he is also startled by it, and you both stare at each other for a second as the rapier like falls into the tip of it like falls into the ocean. And you step back out of the reach of his claw, and what?
All right. Well, I think I've got their attention now, and they're not ignoring some of the people that are getting on the boat, right? So I think I'm on the shore.
Yeah, so
where
let
I
me.
just
So the refugees haven't made it to the boats yet. They're actually. Did you guys want them to go through the middle part of the city over here, or did you want them to go through the north gate along the main road?
I was thinking if they can, they should go avoiding the shore here as long as possible.
Okay,
Were we able to determine with Casper? Have maybe Casper lead them through the central area over there to make sure there's nothing.
okay, he can do that. Let me find his token real quick. Here he is.
And just have him run scout to make sure there's nobody there, and guide them, kind of thing.
Okay, so he scouts it out. He figures that the best route is along the north side of the city here, on the other side of the wall, because if there's guys inside there, I mean, it's like a Manhattan distance, so it's kind of the same distance either way. This way, he's got a little bit better sight lines. Things can't jump out and grab people, at least until he gets into the walled section of the city. So Casper's going to float around here and scout, and then these guys are just coming through the north gate into town as this fighting is happening. And remember, it's a long train of refugees, so this is kind of like the first big group is starting to filter into the walled part of the city.
Yep, we're hoping to pull them away and get them fastest.
Okay. Phaedlim manages to, with some difficulty and thrashing, he manages to smash this guy to his satisfaction. And he kind of is just like hitting at the water for a second, like a bear striking a bush. And then finally he gets up, and he kind of stumbles back out of the waves he's got his sword and shield in hand, and Dram up close that you can tell that he's bleeding in a couple places. What do you do? These guys are still fleeing.
He's bleeding, and so he's vulnerable.
So you know that these guys spread disease with their claws. They don't, however, with the trident. So he may or may not be infected.
Okay, well, we gotta like protect him, I guess. So I'm gonna move closer to him, and I'm just gonna fight these guys over here.
Okay, go for it. Give me a volley.
Yeah, just fireball after fireball, just spinning them out.
All right. Three damage is actually enough to finish both of these guys off. So you blast the two of them, and they fall to pieces. And there's this like pile of flaming barrels that's left behind in their wake as they were both passing it as the fireball goes off. And so you're surrounded by burning bodies, and you kind of got a moment here where the beach is clear, and you can still hear Eska hiss and roar out in pain from the other side. You guys want to go help him?
That's where I was going to be headed.
Okay, go for it.
Go about 30 feet. I'm going to can I maintain the holy symbol, or would I have to turn undead, or would I have to re-roll again?
So yeah, I'd make you can keep the holy symbol up and nothing else is going to approach you, but if you're going to them, it's not going to make the new group flee and do the glare over again unless you roll again. Does that make sense?
That's okay. Yeah, so then he's going to drop what he had because he has to, and he's going to run, so he's over there. So
okay,
that's about.
So go ahead and move your pog over there. You move over there, and you're going to turn again.
I would attempt to turn again.
Go for it.
I just have to get to the right page.
Okay, you hold your holy symbol aloft and call on your deity for protection, and the lantern blazes forth, and Eska probably startles you a little bit as there's this bright light coming from behind you, and all these guys in front of you just kind of light up, and they like shy back away from you suddenly as the light pours forth from behind you. And Veranza swoops down and smashes one of these guys and smashes another one. And Eska, you can see Tal struggling with this guy in the water, and these three are backing away from you. What do you do?
I'm gonna back up behind this bush because I'm bleeding from a bad wound.
Okay,
And
you
I'm
wrench
going
yourself
to-
off the point of his trident with a great deal of pain. Go ahead.
Can I cast my arcane art on Tal?
Yeah. Okay, and what is your selected effect?
I don't think he's injured, so I'll give him the plus 1d4.
Okay, and what is your are you using, I can't remember, is it drums?
No, I have like a harp made out of seashells and coral and stuff.
Okay, cool.
And it's not a great song because
I mean, with
I'm
a
in
14, it's
pain.
pretty good.
And also I do have eldritch tones, which lets me pick 2.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So I will also do the next time someone successfully assists Tal, he'll get +2 instead of 1.
For that, and then what was the other one? Sorry.
The plus 1d4 were to damage.
Okay. Tal. So you're inspired by Eska's song, the beautiful playing of his seashell harp, cuts out clear across the waves, and it's like the sound of the battle almost fades away, and the sound of it infuses you and fills you with purpose. What do you do? That's you.
Okay, I think I'm going to keep this guy occupied.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
So it's an air strike.
Okay.
So that's hack and slash.
So you lost the rapier. What are you actually hitting him with now?
I'm using one of my daggers. It does.
Okay.
Well, I'm a quick learner.
Ooh. Okay.
Let's go strike against me.
All right. So you're going in with a dagger, very close range with him. He's got the staff in one hand, but he's not able to effectively use it because you're inside the reach of his staff. So he's going to have to go after you with one of his claws. So you go in, and before you can get him with the dagger, his claw lashes out at you, like almost straight to your face. What do you do?
I dive under it and kind of tackle him.
Okay. Give me defy danger.
My back or something.
I'll call that. Let's make it 2 rolls, one for the
Strength.
dodge and one for the tackle.
All right, here's the dodge. Here's the tackle.
Okay.
Well, I am blessed with
Yeah.
evenness.
So you got complications on both of these rolls. Okay. So you dodge. I'm gonna say in the melee, in the confusion as you're going to tackle him, the bolt goes off. And so lightning streaks out from his staff because he started charging it before you rushed at him. And he kind of loses concentration on it because he's busy fumbling with you. And the bolt streaks out and hits Veranza, who was the original target. And she roars in pain and comes flying around. And she torches this guy and destroys him. This guy, however, turns and hurls a spear at Veranza as she's flying over. Her back is turned to him, so she doesn't see it coming. Tal, Eska, Brother Ebenezer, what are you guys doing? These guys are still advancing across the beach towards you.
I'm still turning. Did they all get turned? I turned to.
Oh yeah, sorry.
We're all
They
running.
don't advance across the beach towards you. They did you re-roll the turning yet?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you
that
got the 12.
earlier. I
Okay,
got a
so
12.
so these guys are actually fleeing back out into the ocean. Sorry, my mistake.
I'm just. Well, then he's just gonna step closer to Espa, and hand a potion of healing to them.
Okay.
Wants to keep the. And
Yes.
he's gonna try to keep pushing him back at least till Tao is out of danger. and
Right.
hope Varenza can flame some more. That
So-
seems to be the case.
Okay. So Eska, you're in pain. You've got a mandrake root. You know that these things are very valuable because they can destroy undead, and they also can help fight the disease. In addition to just healing hit points. So you can use it right away, or you could try to use your arcane art first.
I think I'm gonna use my arcane art first.
Okay.
Knowing that these things could potentially give us a disease that will make us like them, I think until we're away from here, I might hang on to a mandrake root.
Okay. So give me an arcane art roll. And you're healing yourself, so go ahead and roll your d8. So you play the harp to the best of your ability, and the searing, burning wound in your gut sort of becomes this dull ache, but it's still with you, and there's still kind of like open flesh along the front of your body, where the trident drove into you. You've done as much healing for now, though, as you can, without the aid of the mandrake root. Okay. What's your next move?
Can I cast it again, but this time on Varanza?
Sure. Okay, go ahead and roll the d8 for her.
Is she damaged?
Yeah, she got hit by a bolt of lightning. All right, so she's right as rain. So you send your healing magic forth to her, and she quickly regenerates. And her shape changing kind of flickers out for an instant and then flickers back in until she swoops over you and breathes another blast of flame on these guys as they flee past you. Until for a second you think these guys are like charging straight at you as they come rushing back off of the beach and slither towards you. But they both kind of turn on either side and they slither right past you. Do you want to take a shot at them as they go past? That's you.
All right. We're doing a dagger here.
Yes, you can deal your damage for free, or you can roll hack and slash if you want to deal extra damage.
I think I'm going to do hack and flash.
Okay.
Oh, geez, I'm going to be second level before.
Yeah. All
doing
right. You get to deal your damage once anyway because they're not fighting back; they're trying to flee.
I got an extra thing, so at least that. God, I feel like unluckiness is lucky.
Yeah,
All right,
kind of.
so damage. All right, 4.
Okay, so you get one of them. It's not enough to really disable him, but you lop off a chunk of him. What part of him do you get?
I take a chunk out of its tail.
Okay, yeah. So it kind of stumbles and falls and thrashes into the waves, but it's got enough into the water at this point that it's able to flee down below the surface. And these guys disappear down into the waves again. The staff is there, so the sorcerer is destroyed, and the staff kind of just settles down into the water, and it somehow finds its way to stand upright again in the surf. Just its point raised to the sky. The tips just glowing faintly as the lightning fades. Does one of you guys want to take the staff?
I think I'm close to it, right?
Yeah.
Or Brandon?
Are there 2 of them? Because there was one on the other side with us.
Yeah, each one's got one.
Yeah, there is one. The other one has one as well. I didn't think to grab it, but Dram, you could grab it if you wanted to, since you're over there with him.
I'll grab one.
Brother Ebenezer, as soon as they start to get past the rest of the canyons, he's gonna let the turn undead fall and turn back to Espa and wrong spell, sorry. And with a cure light.
Okay.
And fail.
All right. I'm gonna give you a choice. Do you want to heal anyway and waste the spell, or do you want to have the spell fail and save it for later?
Save and fail. I mean, save it for later. Fail and
Okay.
save it.
All right. So so why doesn't the spell work, like narrative wise? What happens?
Still not used to your reptilian anatomy.
Ooh,
Get a
okay.
hang on it.
So you're fumbling with the magic a little bit. You're not able to figure out like you're like, okay, his organs are there, and I'm imagining you must have like some sense with the healing of like how his anatomy is, right? Otherwise, it wouldn't make a difference to the
You-
spell. So you're like trying to figure out. You're like, that's not where that organ should be, and so you're not really sure how to fix it.
The heck is this organ? Humans don't have. Ah, just an extra one then. He don't need it.
It's my swim bladder.
Dram, you see Fadleem dust himself off, and likewise, the staff is there glowing in the water. Point upturned to the sky. You want to grab it?
Yeah, sure. This is. Wait, I got a lightning staff now. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna grab another staff.
if you want to.
Okay, this is also a lightning staff.
Correct.
So now I have 2 lightning staffs.
Yep.
Okay, I grab the other
Cool.
lightning staff and I hold them both in the air and lightning, arcs to them, and I say,
Dual
"I
staff, dual
have
wield.
the power."
All right, you got dual wield lightning staffs now.
Yeah, and whenever the arcs hit my face, you see my skull.
Okay.
Or like, yeah,
Nice.
or my body, or whatever.
And your one eye sort of glows a little bit as you pick up the second staff. The empty eye. And as you looking out over the surf, so you've bought you bought a minute or two. These guys are advancing through the town now, heading for the ferry terminal. Or the first of the refugees are like arriving now at the terminal. And Dram, looking out over the town, you can see that there's the third group of these guys that Casper reported earlier are advancing a little more cautiously across the ruins on the west side of the beach here, where it looks like there was a shipwreck that the folk of the town just never bothered to clear away. And you can also see more of these dark shapes moving out as like the next wave of them starts to like roll in with the surf. And there's going to be much more of them in the second wave. What do you guys do?
Hurry to the boats and get the refugees on the boat as fast as possible.
Okay.
We're gonna have to hold them further from this side of town and get them to the west.
Okay, so give me some kind of let's call it so I'm going to say some of the refugees need help like with their physical mobility. So you guys can kind of like help them along, help carry their burdens, help the people that are less physically able. And if you do that, you can roll, if you want to offer that, you can roll a parlay that'll take you out of the fight for a little while. So is anybody, Brother Ebenezer, did you want to parlay with them?
Yeah, I would like to assist them as much as possible, but to get things speeding along, but
Yeah.
make sure what.
So parlay is the move because it's mostly
Everyone else.
about organizing people. And it's going to be charisma.
Oh, there it is. Oh, this may not go well.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna put you over with the refugees. Does anybody else want to pitch in and help? Or are you guys gonna stay and defend the beach and try to create a bigger distraction?
I'll pitch
I'll
in.
defend the beach. I'll defend the beach.
Okay, so Dram's defending the beach. Fadelium's gonna defend the beach. Tal, you said you're pitching in, right?
I'm pitching in to help the people because I don't seem to
Okay.
be very good at combat. Right.
Yeah, so give me an aid roll to help Brother Ebenezer. Or roll +1 if you have a bond with him. Otherwise, just roll 2d6.
Yeah.
What's that?
This is a +1. Here, where's 8? So 7.
Okay. All right. So
It
that
might be even funny if it was a 6 because I could appreciate the XP.
okay. So that bumps
No.
Brother Ebenezer up 1. Okay, Eska, are you helping with the refugees or are you staying at the beach?
I think it would be better if I went over with the refugees.
Okay. I'm gonna say Veranza is gonna start her lightning thing that she was talking about last time at this point. So she's gonna set up at this section here, and these guys are gone now. And she like starts to use lightning and basically creates this arc of current going across the water. And what it does is it sort of travels along the surface of the water and like fans out in kind of a wide area between these two piers, and creates this sort of barrier that the undead can't get through. So they won't be able to attack directly at the ferry terminal. They'll have to go around. She'll have to lower the barrier or move to do it from a different position once the ferry is underway, though. And Eska, you moved over to help the refugees, so give me your aid roll as well. Okay, I'm gonna say so. Between the three of you guys, you get the ferry crew start to they get on the ferry. They start to get the ferry underway, and you guys are over there helping and managing to get people over there. And so the first people start. They get the first people started loading onto the boat. Dram, you see this other squad of guys. They survey the beach over here. They decide that there's no action over here. So they're gonna come over to where you're at, but you see the sorcerer from afar direct them, and they actually start to move into this line of buildings to take cover against your range attacks. What do you do?
Whose action was it?
Dram.
Oh, yeah, you take cover in a building.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if you can, if you zoom out, you can see they're like over here.
yeah, I wanna. Um,
And again, like I said, you also see more of them coming from the deep water, coming like this direction.
yeah. You know what? I want to follow them. Oh no, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna stay back and I'm gonna wait for them to come to me.
Okay.
I'm gonna use the time that they've created for me. So what I'm gonna do is because since they're hiding from me, like I'm the sniper on the berm. So let me be the sniper on the berm. So I'm gonna hold my position and fire at anybody that comes within a certain like perimeter
Okay.
of the settlement.
All right. Sounds good. Okay. So they're going to start slowly advancing across, keeping on the opposite side of the buildings from you, at least for the moment. And the other group is slowly crawling up from the deep water. I'm going to put them up there. But they're still underwater at this point. So you bought a couple minutes for them to get on the ferry. A couple guys try to come back up through this thing and get destroyed. And you see Veranza, like cranking up the lightning and basically incinerating half a squad of them before they withdraw, and decide to start climbing up on the dock instead. But half the squad is gone at that point. So there's like a diminished force here. You guys buy enough time. I'm going to say, so we're going to skip ahead a little bit. You guys buy enough time that about half of the refugees are loaded onto the ferry. And you're getting to the point where you kind of have to like pack people in shoulder to shoulder and get them closer together, and sort of make more room on the boat to bring people on board. And the ferry crew are doing the best they can, and you guys are helping out. So it's moving along, but this part of the loading is taking a little bit longer. And Dram, you see that you're watching keenly, and Fadleem's watching with you. And Fadleem turns and he says, "I'm going to go out here through the buildings, and I'm going to let you know when they're coming." So he goes, kind of like sneaks out here and goes to watch them.
Okay,
And
cool.
after a couple minutes, he says, "I see them. They're coming this way," he says. So they're gonna come down this channel and come out of the little, I don't want to call it woods, this little grove of trees here. So they're gonna come that way at you. And he says, "It looks like the sorcerer is splitting off from them. He might try to flank you or something."
Okay. I launch straight up into the air,
Okay.
like just like a fireball, and then I get a bird's eye view of them,
Okay.
and then I start picking them off.
Okay, go for it.
I float in the air as long as I can before I like kind of slowly float back down.
Ooh, okay.
Six is a miss. 6 a miss or a
Yeah,
hit?
6 is a miss. Okay.
6 is a miss.
So you try to fly up. So I'm going to say you do fly up in the air because you've done this many times. We've established that your character can do this. You fly up the air. When you fly up in the air, however, you see the glow of the sorcerer's staff. He's already got a lightning bolt like charged up, waiting for you to appear. And he looses it as soon as he sees you. What do you do?
I try to absorb it with my lightning staffs because I have 2 of them.
Okay, yeah, let's call it a Zuko style.
That's twice as many lightning
Okay.
staffs, which I'm sure he wasn't expecting. And so I guess one lightning staff grabs the lightning, and then the other one like channels it back.
Okay, nice.
I fire it back at him.
He definitely was not expecting that for sure. Okay, so
Ah!
you do like the Uncle Iroh where you've got the lightning coming in one end and going out the other end, and you got to make sure that it takes the right path. And you do it, and you deal 8 damage. Ouch. And the sorcerer is blasted to smithereens. And at that point, the rest of them are just mindlessly charging. And Phaedlim starts to kind of back up to give you a little bit more time to shoot again before he gets into melee with them. Are you going to shoot again?
Oh yeah.
Go for it.
Woohoo!
Don't forget to mark your experience point.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Okay, so they come in.
I have so many, but I'm like backed up with experience points on this character.
Yeah. Okay, so they come in drawn by the sound of the lightning blasts and the light and everything. So you blast another one of these guys. They come in though, and Phaedlim starts engaging with them, trying to like hold them in a position where you can get multiple of them in an AOE type of formation. But you see one of them get him with a trident though. So he like grunts as one of them gets past his shield and jams a trident into his side. And he's like struggling, trying to hold 2 of them off at the same time. What do you do? Graham, this is you. I think you're on mute.
Muted.
You said Pat, yeah?
No, this is you again.
Yeah,
Well, it's
Graham.
Sorry. I'm picking on you for a minute because those guys are helping the refugees. We'll get back to them in a second. So Phaedlim is down there fighting these guys, trying to maneuver them into a formation where you can blast a bunch of them at once, but he's getting stabbed also. Ahmed, did you want to do something?
I mean, yeah, I grab Phaedlim. Phaedlim. How come I can't say his name? Phaedlim. Phaedlim. I grab him and I want to spirit him away from this danger
Okay.
because he's getting overwhelmed. So I guess what would it be, like a retreat, like a
I think this is like a defend, really.
defend? All right,
Yeah.
cool. Let's do it. So that's defend is a con.
Yep.
Boop. 10. Not bad.
Okay. So you swoop down. I'm gonna say as one of your hold, you could spend 1 hold to basically bring him up in the air with you instead of the normal options if you like to. You want to spend 1 hold for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're dragging him. You can't really fight while you're dragging him, and he can't really fight from the air because he doesn't have any kind of ranged weapon.
Yeah,
but
it's okay. It's
you drag
okay.
him
I'm
away.
gonna say I'm doing like fans of flame just to like scare them off, you know?
Okay.
Like just distraction flames, like sparks and
Okay. What is your level?
for the getaway. My 10?
Okay, so you blast. I'm gonna say you blast another one with a fan of flame because there's no reason why you wouldn't like aim it at them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, agreed. But they're meant to be. They're just because I'm so focused on retreating and holding this guy, I can't really focus on a proper attack. So they're just like wild attacks to just distract.
Okay, so they kind of get to this point, and then you've got like
the offensive.
Okay, so you kind of get to this point, and then you've got flames like across the road here, and they're not sure how to get through, and they start trying to come through anyway, and getting blasted because they're mindless undead creatures. And you destroy 2 more of them in the process. And they just keep on
Okay, I got you. Narratively, got you. Yeah, no problem. Narratively, definitely. I hold I hold Fadling behind me, and I blast him as I retreat him out of
Yep.
the
Okay, and then you can move to a different location if you want to.
Yeah. I take him on my shoulder. Let's go. I guess we're gonna go back to Nebuchadnezzar.
He
Um,
vomits on you as you're carrying him.
Oh, good.
Uh,
I actually don't know, where is everybody. Hang on.
they're actually all helping the refugees over on the other side of the town here.
All right, I guess we'll head over there. Do we neutralize the forces? Yeah, pretty much.
Yes, you've basically defeated
Yeah,
you've
there's
defeated the
like
first
2
wave
guys.
and half of the second wave, I'll say.
All right, so are we waiting for another wave? I guess we're gonna have to stay close by to make sure we defend them. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say at this point it's gonna be everybody. You guys are getting people out of the boat, and they're gonna.
This is a good spot. We could be on this roof.
Where's that? Sorry,
Oh, right where I am. There.
being where you're at. Oh, there.
Which is
Okay.
good.
Or even the tower that's,
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, let's go to the tower.
Okay.
Tower's a perfect spot.
So I'm gonna give.
That's literally.
So this one's for the whole party. I'm gonna give you guys one more skirmish as these guys start coming in from the west beach here, and now they're just like moving overland. Again, kind of keeping to the buildings. Well, this one group is keeping to the buildings. This other group is coming in out in the open. And they're just they're gonna move along the wall here and try to get to the ferry terminal. You see that there's like waves and waves of them that are gathering out here, like waiting outside the lightning barrier, trying to get an opportunity to get in and get on the ferry. But Varan's just holding them off for the moment. So you've got this one more group that the whole party can kind of deal with as everybody's getting loaded onto the ferry. And then you guys are done with this part of the battle, at least.
Caesar will move up to block them from coming up the south side. Should be able to help block any coming up the stairs.
Okay. Are you doing another turn?
There's nobody down here to prevent things from coming up. Take the defensive.
Right.
And he's going to bless him. And I roll a 0.
I think your dice code is messed up there. You might want to roll it manually. The 0d4 plus 0, which is definitely not right.
Yeah, okay. I don't know who set that up because
I think
just dragged it on. So
I think you have like a generic
86?
spellcasting move. You probably want to roll that.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay, sorry. That is what it is.
There you go. Okay. So you're casting Bless. Combatant of your choice. Who's the combatant of your choice?
Myself.
Okay. So you glow with holy light. And which of these options are you choosing?
I am just going to draw a spotlight on myself. They're going to see me glowing.
Okay. And I think we're gonna wind up the session here because we're getting into the late time. Let's do the end of session move. So we end up with this one last wave converging on the ferry as the last couple people are scrambling on board and they're trying to fit everybody in. Did anybody fulfill their alignment or drive or resolve any of their bonds?
I did.
Yes.
Good. Danger yourself.
Yep, endangered myself following the precepts of my church.
Okay, so both of you mark XP for that. What about Eska and Dram?
No.
What is your drive?
My alignment? My bond, you mean? Or- No, it's spread a dangerous new idea.
Okay.
Which I don't think I did.
Yeah, it's been a lot of combat. Sorry about that. Mm-hmm.
No need to apologize. It's okay. It just didn't happen. Not a big deal.
Okay. So that's fine.
Some things happened, some things didn't, you know.
And then Eska, how about you? Leon, you there?
Good. Ooh.
All right. Did anybody resolve any of their bonds?
Eska is in constant danger. I will keep them safe. I tried to run up and give him a healing potion and heal him, but it didn't work. I don't know if that would count.
Because you have to message him. How about any new bonds? Does anybody feel like they understand any of the other party members better than they did before?
What did I have? I think I'd put Ebenezer. Oh, my life user will pay him. I will teach. Oh, I got one. Do we have a new player?
Not since last time. We have
I got
him as our newest
Eska
person.
and Ebenezer. Those are only two bonds I have
Okay.
so far.
You can form a new bond with Dram or yeah, so it's just Dram, right? If you wanted, you could form a bond with Dram.
There's Sebastian, Russ, me. Okay, so there's Sebastian, Russ, Hilaris. Who's Hilaris? He's by our other Ebenezer, or is he?
So that's
Eska?
Eska. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I will teach Graham to hunt monsters.
Okay.
That's okay with.
Dram, do you accept this bond?
Yes, with
Okay.
all my heart.
All right. Very cool. And did we learn something new and important about the world?
It's tough being a fish neighbor. Uh,
These creatures can be turned.
That is kind of important,
Can't
actually. So
determine that.
everybody mark experience point for that. 'Cause,
we made fish tacos.
Yeah, but it's aged not so well.
Yeah, it's too age. Yeah, not. I teach drama. You don't want these; they're too tough.
okay. Did we overcome a
Okay.
notable monster or enemy?
At least one.
Okay, let's call that an experience point for everybody. What's that?
I guess even though we did it last time, the sorcerers, those seem to be the ones that are dangerous.
Okay, yeah. So let's
We
mark
took out
everybody.
a few
Mark
of them this
second.
time too. Oh, yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just saying we took out a couple sorcerers this time.
Yeah. All right. So everybody mark a second experience point for that. And did we loot a memorable treasure?
Not yet.
Brown's got like what? He's probably got 2, 3 staffs now.
Yeah,
Oh,
two.
staff.
Two.
All right. Sounds like we're not counting that though.
I
All
have,
right.
I have a
Yeah.
staff infection.
All right. That's it for tonight, guys. Good game. Thanks for playing.
All right, thanks a lot.
All
You
right.
bet.
Cheers, y'all.
Quick question.
Thank you.
When do you level up to second level?
So the next time you have a long
Thanks, man.
rest, if you get like next time you have a long rest, if you have 7 plus your current level XP, then you can deduct that many XP and get a level.
Okay, because yeah, I'm at like 11. So
Yeah, so once you guys get through the boat and kind of like break the blockade, then you'll have a chance to long rest, so you'll be able to level at that point.
no problem.
All right.
Just wanted to make sure how it worked. So
All right.
if I could, hey, extra stuff helps. So, all right, talk to you next time, guys.
Later, guys.
See you in a week.
All right, we're gonna wrap
Bye.
up the stream there. I want to say thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to follow. If you're watching on Twitch or subscribe, it's free if you're watching on YouTube. Have a good evening, and I will see you all next time. Take care, folks.